everyone! So, I know, again, I haven't filmed a video on this channel in a long time, and don't worry, I'm trying to come up with a schedule for both my advice channel and my beauty channel. So, I will have regular videos coming out soon. So once I figure out my schedule, so yeah. This video is going to be about drugs and peer pressure, and before you guys comment that you all heard it all before and that the subject is kind of cliche, I know it is really cliche, but yeah, I just wanted to make a video about this. I'm not really sharing my experience because I haven't had a whole lot of experience with this topic, but just my knowledge in terms of drugs and alcohol and peer pressure and stuff like that, and try to give you some advice if you are going through this. According to the Adolescent Substance Abuse Knowledge Base, that right around 30% of teens are offered drugs in middle school and high school. You wouldn't think that your high school would have drugs and alcohol problems and stuff like that. Trust me, my high school is around 2,500 kids. We're in a well-to-do area, not super duper rich or anything, but we're in a pretty good area, and people think that no one at my school does drugs, but in reality, my school has a huge reputation for druggies. Not everyone at my school is a druggie. I'm not, but we do have a huge reputation for drugs. According to the National Household Survey on Drug Use and Health from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, that was a mouthful, 74.3% of high school students have tried alcohol. Now, like for example, my parents have been very, very open with both my brothers and I about alcohol. My parents collect wine. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't really talk about it, but my parents do collect wine. So in my entire life, I've always had alcohol in my house. And a lot of people just assume because we've always had alcohol in our house that we are drinkers. And honestly, I get a small glass of wine at dinner once in a while, or at Thanksgiving, or special occasions, or when we're having a party or whatever, or my parents will give me a sip of alcohol or whatever. But that's how both my parents were brought up. That we're less likely to try alcohol if our parents are were given it by our parents, and that's how my life has been my entire life. So yeah, I'm not an alcoholic, I promise you. I don't go like into my parents' liquor cabinet and steal alcohol or anything like that. I only drink it when my parents give it to me. I Girl Scout salute, or whatever you call it. I promise you that that's how it is. But a lot of teenagers aren't like that. A lot of teenagers will go to parties. If you're in middle school, you probably don't know this, but if you're in high school, you probably know that there's kids at your school that probably do this. But people go to parties all the time where there's stolen alcohol or alcohol bought by an adult that gives it to you, or there's people that drink and get drunk and stuff like that, and then sometimes that leads to drunk driving, which is not good. I know you guys know that. Yeah, that was kind of a ramble, but you guys know the gist of that. 3.1 million teenagers smoke, according to the American Lung Association. Now, like I said before, my school has a huge reputation of druggies, and their drug of choice, at least most of them, is marijuana or pot or weed or whatever you want to call it. They are very open about the fact that they smoke, and there's a lot of people in my school that are like that. And they don't just smoke marijuana, they smoke a lot of other things, but I'm not going to get into that. But I'm just going to tell you this. Well, you guys can argue with me all you want, but regardless of what you smoke, whether it's weed or cigarettes or whatnot, cigarettes are probably the worst thing you can possibly put into your body. It is horrible for your lungs. I'm not even just talking about smoking cigarettes or marijuana. There are a lot of other things that you could smoke that are a hell of a lot worse. Just don't do it. And I know this is so cliche, and you're probably like, Sarah, I've heard of this a million times, but trust me, if someone walks up to you or someone at lunch like says, hey, you should try this, don't do it. You're probably going to get more trouble. You know, you're not going to have enough fun where it's worth getting in that much trouble, if that makes any sense. The Kaiser Foundation reports that about 50% of teenagers feel pressured with regards to sex in relationships. Now, this is something I can't really speak about because I don't have personal experience with it. I've never had a boyfriend. I can't give you advice on when's the right time for you to have sex because it's different for everyone. And I'm only 17. I can't give you that sort of advice. But you just have to know what time is right for you. Don't let your boyfriend or your girlfriend say, hey, you need to have sex with me or I'm going to break up with you. If they say that to you, don't be with them. Be like, okay, see ya. You know, don't feel pressured that you have to have sex with them in order for them to love you. Just know that if you are on the fence about it and you end up having sex with someone just so they don't dump you, you're gonna regret it. Trust me on this. Just don't make any decision. Don't half-ass any decision, if that makes sense. Make sure that you are 110% sure that you are ready for that step. So that's basically my advice on that topic. Just know the consequences and know whether it's honestly, I'm not going to tell you don't do this, don't do that, because it is your life and you can do whatever the hell you want with your life. Just know the consequences of your decisions, and if you choose to drink, if you choose to go to a party and smoke pot and drink or whatever, just know that you shouldn't get into a car with someone that's drunk or get into the car while you're drunk. You shouldn't do certain things while you're in that state, if that makes any sense. Just know the consequences of your actions, and like I said, I'm not going to try to parent you because it is your life. Just know what the decisions that you are making. So, yeah, that is pretty much all of my advice, and if you guys have any questions or want me or Robert to make a video on a certain topic, leave it in a comment down below, or you can message it in our YouTube messaging system. Also, you can comment down below giving your advice about this topic. I know this can be a kind of a heated topic, so please, if you disagree with me and you feel the need to voice that opinion, just keep it tactful, please. We all have a difference of opinion, so let's just be friends here. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.